stripped of all their luxuries. And sometimes their dignity. It's celebrity versus the jungle.
Oh, God! It was on me!
This show sees them through the good, the bad,
I'm fine, 'cause I need
What is your problem?
and the downright ugly.
Biff, Bap, Bob, we're celebrities.
Only the strong survive.
Take it.
You know what? I don't do this.
These are the Jungle Gems.
I'm a celebrity!
Jungle Gems raids the I'm a Celebrity vaults to bring you the very best moments from the series so far. We take a look at what happens when you chuck a load of celebrities into a jungle to fend for themselves.
Ah, good boy.
We have the romance, lots of rows,
Don't dare speak to me like that, ever! What's a big
I'm going to play to you're not!
plenty of tears,
Is it going to make good television just seeing Jan Leeming cry?
and a few cringes.
The jungle experience was amazing. And like, I promise you, I wouldn't change a single thing, but there were times when it was tough, you know?
First up, let's get all sentimental and look at some of the friendships.
It is incredibly tough in there, but the one saving grace is the people you have in there with you. You know, for me especially, it was the Jasons and the Davids. And they really do get you through it, you know, in a non-cheesy way. You know, plus it's just that as long as you've got someone entertaining, you're all right.
Ow, that's hard.
Okay.
Stop it now, David. You're pissing me off.
Okay.
Going in there, who'd have ever thought that I would still be incredibly good friends with David Guest? You know, you would never put us together.
You were gonna find yourself from the bottom of your groin. You're gonna grow into a better human being, and you are going to. I feel the spirit. I feel it coming on. I feel it.
The friendship between Matt, David, and Jason was a bit odd.
I'm so nuts in here.
You've got a friend.
David was so much fun and so entertaining, mostly because of the stories he would say.
Background. Where are you from? Where are you from?
I was born in Taiwan.
Were you born in Taiwan?
Yeah. My father was a fisherman.
Really?
And my mother was a nun. And then
But then if
they
she's a
gave
nun,
me
how
up.
did she get married?
She had the baby illegally, and they gave me up. And they left me in China with his family. It's really sad because I had no parents for the first 4 years. I was in an orphanage. And then I was adopted by this family that came from America.
Serious?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And my father had one leg and my mother had one leg.
You paid attention. You wanted to know more. Why? They're obviously not true.
Vaginica. That's my maid's name. No bull.
Vagina.
Vaginica. This is what happened. Her mother loved her own body part so much that if she had a girl, she said she was going to name it Vaginica. She married a guy named Harry Seaman. Her name is Vaginica Seaman. No bull.
You're winding me up.
No,
you're winding me up.
Jason.
I'm with you, man. I love it. I love it. I think it's a great.
Great. Her name is Vaginica Seaman.
You've got to be winding me up.
No, I'm telling you. Everybody who walks
Your
in
maid
goes,
is called Vaginica Seaman.
Yeah, but she just goes by Vaginica.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Yeah.
He still insists that he does have a maid called Vaginica Seaman.
Vaginica, please! Help!
I don't know what it is about David, but he had people at his feet. Certainly Matt.
Wait, no, do the front right here.
Now, if I had said that to Matt, Matt would tell me to F right off and do it yourself.
I just became his little call-on person. You know, Matt, will you do this for me? You know, yes, I will. I've got nothing else to do, David. Literally, I have nothing else to do.
If you eat that bit, you can leave that bit.
Okay.
You got to eat that bit. That bit.
Good boy.
This little tiny bit here.
One more.
This little one, David.
Come on.
What's wrong with me?
No, Matt. All that coincidence. No, you got to eat more soap there.
Looking back at it now, I was very, very much used. He used me.
Another person who relied on friendship to get his pants clean was Hollywood legend George Hamilton and his camp wife, Kim.
George!
Hello, darling.
George, be gentle with me, won't you? It'll be there. It's here, honey. Honey, it's there.
Oh, I'm sleeping.
I made a pillow of it. Get in, you old fool. But, you know, he's got maids and all sorts in his life as a Hollywood guy and from the time he was a very young man. Will you go and wash yourself?
I can fantasize what it would be like to be married to her and to come home late from the pub. That would not be a good evening.
Husband, where have you been? Have you been with a woman?
No, I wouldn't cheat her. I wouldn't cheat
You're
her.
all right. Now, they need a wash. They're horrible.
Are they?
Yeah, there's a fresh pair.
We must talk to the decorators about these curtains tomorrow, dear.
Sounds like it happened last night, then.
Stop.
From Mr. and Mrs. to Mr. and, well, Mr. Paul Burrell was Joe's rock in the jungle.
Hang on, there's something here. You walk right past the bloody clue here, you spanner face.
Well, maybe more like a pebble.
Whoa. Whoa. Careful. The most unlikely couple is me and Paul Burrell. Admittedly, he's a working class lad as I am, but you know, he spent a lot of time in Buckingham Palace carrying the Queen's slippers and making her kippers in the morning. This is bloody hard work, isn't it? Was a bit like the odd couple going off on a camping holiday and helping each other through it, and I really liked him.
Look at me. I'm looking at you.
Right, now look at me, now listen to me.
Oh, bloody hell.
By the end of it, the public loved him. They did. He couldn't have come second in a show like that and not had the public on his side.
See you later, man. You'll be wicked.
All this man love warms the cockles of my heart. Speaking of heated cockles, cue the romance. We've waited eagerly for relationships to start.
Thank you. If you wanted kids, how many kids would you have?
5.
Yeah, me too.
Do you like Stuart?
I like everyone.
Would you like to see him naked going around the fire?
One love that did blossom was Mark and Cerys.
Can you do a South African accent?
It's okay.
I don't know why, but it does something to me.
And it was more TTFN than TLC with TPT and Darren Day.
You are the biggest star in the world. Don't put your head in the bottom.
3 weeks can be a long time in the jungle, and this is one love story that was over before it even began.
I can't survive in here on my own.
Not about... Oh, f*** off. No, Sarah, stop it.
Finished.
But one jungle fling was set to become one of the biggest stories of the decade.
I absolutely loved Peter and Katie's relationship in the jungle.
No, she loved you for that.
It was amazing to watch, knowing that she had a boyfriend on the outside and that she was frolicking with Peter and that he was getting in her bed and getting out with quite a large, you know, hard thing.
Baby girl, I said tonight is your lucky night.
It was just so exciting.
It's a bit cold.
Listen, he's underneath. He's tucked under. We're getting on really well. And, like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But she's cool. She's all right. We're just having a bit of fun. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? You know, like, the wild side of you kind of thing that's like everyone knows.
I have got it in there.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is it's much better. Like, I like you how you are here, now. You know what I mean? That's just one side. Everyone's got a side, a wild side.
You could tell that, you know, there was a lot of flirting going on. And they were obviously attracted to each other.
Listen, why don't you just forget what they say and do what we want to do?
Well, what do you want to do?
Let's shag. No, just joking. Yes. Was it? Yeah, she was up for it.
Peter, you've already told me you've got an acorn. It's not even worth going there.
It was a very real romance. I just thought they were really sweet together.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
It's very difficult for anyone actually to conduct a relationship in front of the cameras, especially to start a relationship. And it was difficult for Katie. I think she had a boyfriend outside and, you know, she didn't want to be seen to be falling in love with someone else. But she was falling for him, and it was genuine, it absolutely was.
No, I know you know.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Okay.
Wow. I said I love you. Say it.
No, I don't.
You bitch.
We need more of that. We need them to do more pairings like that. OK, need it now.
Coming up, we have the rows and rants.
Sometimes we're all like that.
It all gets too much for our jungle walkers.
I feel like I've been ringed out like that and the water's gone.
And our celebrities tune up their songwriting skills.
This is insane. Yeah, I think it's really catchy. Wow. I said I love you.
Oh, this is nice, darling.
Of course, it's not always love in the jungle.
You're the most horrible people I've ever encountered.
Refuse the man, I would knock you sparko.
All you care about is how you look.
For the celebrities, the masks are off. And for some, the boxing gloves are on.
If you're not going to cook, hop it and let this young man do it.
Sit down for crying out.
Don't you dare speak to me.
Sit
Don't
down.
you dare speak to me like that, ever.
Jesus.
There is no doubt about it. The viewers at home love a debate. Well, a row, really. They love a good old argument, and when it's off, they lap it up.
Go in a cave and cry because you're scared of the dark.
I'm not going to cry, okay?
Come on.
There was more rowing in ours than any other one. And I remember when we were all in the hotel, just about to go in, everybody was even rowing then.
I'm not going to talk to you while you are using that
because you're bullshitting, that's why I'm annoyed.
Nigel, come on, I'm not prepared
No, go away from me, foolish old woman.
Round one. In the red corner, the original hard hitter, Rhona Cameron. And in the blue corner, well, pretty much everyone else in camp.
Rhona, I hope she doesn't mind my saying, can be one of the most argumentative people I've ever known in the entire world. And I think she's aware of it, and she likes it. She does it on purpose.
Do not push me, because you're standing there shouting. Maybe what are what is your problem?
There was a lot of constant fighting going on, particularly between Rhona and Nigel Benn.
Refuse the man, I would knock you sparko.
If I was a man, I'd love to fight you, Nigel. If I was a boxer, I would love to.
Yeah. I thought, well, I should really get between the two of them, but I thought, that's Nigel Benn.
Actually, why don't you off and leave?
The speech that Rhona Cameron did, the Sometimes speech, I think it's known as, was very clever.
Sometimes you behave like a dickhead.
Oh, OK. Well, then,
yes,
I'll tell you what, then let's just rest it at that. You think I'm a dickhead,
no,
I find you very
sometimes.
patronising.
Yes, sometimes I'm patronising. Sometimes I'm sarcastic. Sometimes he's hot-headed. Sometimes Nell says nothing. Sometimes Yuri dramatises little things like a fart, like he's an alien just landed, he's never seen it before. Sometimes Tony misses things because he's slightly slower.
Looking back at it, it's highly insulting. You know, to be told that you're slow. She did apologise to me afterwards, and she said she didn't exactly mean it like that. She didn't tell me exactly how she meant it, but I think she managed to insult most people at the time, but they didn't realise how insulting it was to everybody there.
Sometimes we're all like that.
Round two. She had her share of rumbles in the jungle. Step into the ring, Lynne Franks!
I think I got the short end of the straw because, you know, however prickly I can be, and I'm no angel, I do think Janice Dickinson, Rodney Marsh and John Burton Race in one small space is a bit much for anybody.
You don't give a shit? No, I really don't give a shit. You could do whatever you want, you shrew.
He's the one that was being bitchy by saying I was being bitchy by saying I wasn't going to be bitchy. But I wasn't being bitchy. He's being bitchy.
What are you doing? You're so aggressive. What are you pointing at me for?
I'm sorry.
Don't need to point at me, do you?
No. I talk with my hands. It's a Jewish thing. It's to
Well,
share
listen,
your
I'm a cockney. I'm not going to listen to you.
All right. The big mistake I made was forgetting it was a game on TV. You don't notice the cameras, and I started from the beginning, really, thinking, oh, this is real.
She said right in my ear, I hope I don't have to do it with him.
I did say that, but I did not say it in that tone of voice. I wouldn't want to do a trial with you.
So why did you say that to him? You started it.
I don't want to do a trial with him, and I don't need your opinions, and I don't need anything from either of you, so leave me alone!
Security.
You're the most horrible people I've ever encountered! Both of you!
I think they had almost a vendetta against Lynne.
I can't believe it! I can't believe the way these people are.
If there was one thing I'd do differently if I went back, is just to keep my mouth shut more, go off into the corner, do a little bit more meditation.
Round 3, the featherweights. Natalie Appleton versus Sophie Anderton. Ding dong.
Go up there, Nat. I can't do it, you know I can't do that. I know you can't. I said, let me take a turn going in front, because it was easier for my back. There's no point leaving it up there, is there? I know, but I'm just a bit with you right now, right? Just had it, do you know what I'm saying? Fine. God! Ah! Every day it's me.
Darling, every day it's
and I'll tell you what, is it really? I've had enough of Sophie, me. I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that. Oh, I don't care, because I can handle everything. Am I as bad as that? I need to know. I need to know if I'm like this, because I was sick. Am I a bad person for being sick? You told me, oh, you're serious. Yes, you did. You've got no emotion, Sophie. You hugged me.
I did.
You
I
hugged
said I
me.
was sorry afterwards.
You had no emotions. There's no emotions in you.
If it's just a couple of girls having a bit of a spat, and you let it, die out. But this was, escalating more and more. I thought, if I don't do something now, this is going to kick off.
I felt no feelings. Because you said to the camera, I'm expressing how I feel. Just give me a second. Okay. Give me a sec.
Okay. They both turned on me like a couple of banshees, right? And I went, oh, OK, I'm sitting back down. And I sat back down. I'm keeping out of that. They would rip my head off.
There's no feelings.
Yes, there is.
There isn't. All you care about is how you look.
It's the only reason I climbed up that bloody tree is because you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because I'm scared of heights and you're not.
Well, sorry about that. It's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault, is it? I wanted to feel you. I don't feel you, babe.
We've all got a dark side of our personality. But why do you want to expose that in front of 13 million viewers was something that I never understood.
If it's a heated row you want, heat seek no further. Esther was on fire.
Oh, be careful, sweetheart. There are leaves. Excuse me.
No. I've done many programmes about fire safety. I know how dangerous it is.
Don't panic, Captain Mellerian.
Look, how many items have I done about fire safety, for Christ's sake?
For 20 years, I've done programmes on fire safety and... So what? We're in the jungle, chill.
I'd like a bit more water now.
Right. Put some water over her.
No, I want water. Less jerks, more action. This is going to count together unless I get more water.
There's another red spark away over there.
Where? There.
The loonies were sitting around laughing at me because they thought I looked so funny, getting so anxious.
It was honestly perhaps one of the funniest things that I've ever seen.
Martina was the one that shocked me because I expected her to be grown up. And I was quite surprised by that.
I did not like the laughter. I did not like the lack of assistance. I'm going to tell you something. If you were doing anything that you thought was really important for people's safety, I hope that I wouldn't laugh. That's all I'm saying about it. Situation closed.
For goodness sake, I'm so glad I'm not that dramatic.
Another celebrity who found herself in the midst of a few, albeit one-sided, jungle altercations was Janet Street Porter.
She didn't put on any airs and graces. This is who I am, this is what I think, and I'll say what I think. And you either take it or leave it.
Have you ever been to a therapist?
No.
Or is this your version of therapy? You're not going to knock the bloody Queen,
It's
are
not
you?
anymore, is it?
Knock the Queen! I'll be thrilled!
I love you, Mark.
Sophie, shut it. Shall I start screaming the name of my boyfriend off the top of my head?
Janet, come
no,
on.
I've got more dignity than that.
Brian Harvey was another celeb on the JSP hit list.
Hey, listen, don't do that when we're cooking. It's so inappropriate.
Oh, come off it, man.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to cook dinner.
Janet, man, you're outside, man. Stop having a go at me about farting for sake.
I'm trying to cook dinner, Brian. It's
You're
so
cooking dinner. You're over there. I'm over there. Don't keep having a go at me about farting.
I just thought this is disgusting. This guy just doesn't get it. He's a complete pig.
If I want to fart, I'll fart.
Put the
I'm
knife
nowhere
down.
near the
Put
food.
the knife down, man.
We're at doors. We're not
Right,
cooped
I
up in a
don't-
small room. Just
Perhaps
because
you'd
you,
like to
just
cook
because,
dinner
just
tomorrow
because
night
you
and I'll
think
come
it's
and
wrong
fart in
doesn't
your
mean that
face.
everyone else thinks it's wrong. I'm farting because I need to fart because all I've eaten is beans.
Can I just check here, is this row really about a fart?
Stop having a go at me about farting for sake.
Everybody does it. If you say you don't blow off, you're a liar, right? But Brian, I think he made a career out of it that week that he was there.
I know it might seem over something small, but in that environment, something small becomes something big. And I just thought it was indicative of his whole attitude to everybody else in the jungle. He just thought farting was funny, and I just thought it was disgusting.
I take it very personal because you know that there's 16 million people watching.
Well, I also know that 16 million people probably think it's a bit gross to be farting right where people are trying to cook.
16 million people don't fart, Janet?
At the time, it got so bad, so heated. So heated is another pun there. It got so heated. Oh, God, all this methane in there. And it led to Brian walking out, unfortunately. And I really liked Brian. He was a great bloke.
Yeah, it looks like the bloody loud version. You know what? Out of all of us, the veg is right. Tastiest and
I know, I think...
flavour.
Brian wasn't the first to leave, and he won't be the last. But surely we've never seen an exit as dramatic as total ledge George Hamilton's. Hank is at the ready.
Ti voglio bene, eh? Anche io. Fa il bravo. Grazie di niente.
Jimmy, you're crying.
No, no.
You are so. Jimmy, you're having a big cry, really.
Oh, he's a lovely
Jimmy, you're
guy.
such a lovely man as well.
Oh, man.
George.
You're doing great. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you're doing great. Come here, give me a hug.
They are, darling. Oh, I'm going to miss you, George. Can I miss you?
I know, baby, too. Take care of her, will you? Okay, now, I don't want you sleeping in a room.
I'm going to miss you.
Well, I'll see you. Me too. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for you too.
Bye, guys.
Another light that was extinguished early was Natalie Appleton. For this unhappy camper, trouble started before she even got into the camp.
Oh my God, that's scary. It's fine, honestly.
Okay.
I can't do it.
Natalie was completely unprepared for the programme. I just don't know why she did it. I've got no idea. It is true that someone had told her about lots of insects and creepy crawlies, but she seems to have got it into her head that trees would harm her.
Please. Oh, just touch the tree.
What did she think she was going into?
Spider. Please come and get it. Please, somebody.
I felt really sorry for her because she kept getting voted to do the trials.
You know what? I don't do this.
Almost there.
It's too high. You bring it down.
The public don't want to just hear you whinging. You've got to have a bit of a stiff upper lip about it and get on with it. And unfortunately, she just did not have that in the locker.
I think it just wore her down in the end, you know. I felt so sorry for her because she was so... And she lasted... What was amazing was if she'd lasted another day or two, she would have outlasted all of us because she got through all the hardest bits. The hardest bits, she'd done all the hardest trials, I'm sure she did. And I felt really bad for the girl.
I didn't come here to win. I came here to see how I could do, and I've done my share of going through it. I don't want to win. I don't care.
She just couldn't take it anymore, so nobody was surprised when she said, I'm leaving.
I'm going home!
So I'll go before I fall to pieces. Yes, I'll go before I fall to...
So let's take a moment to reflect on those who found it all too much. Jungle walkers, we salute you.
I missed my kids. And I miss Kevin. And I miss chocolate.
Bye-bye.
I'm out of here. I need a Big Mac, large fries, a bath, a shave, change of clothes, bleach me hair, and maybe a spray tan. That's what I need.
I feel like I've been ringed out like that and the water's gone.
Pray God you can go.
Do you want me to get you some chocolate?
No.
Bye, guys. I've had so much shit. I just don't want to be here anymore.
Bye. See ya.
At this point in my life, I have to weigh what is important to me as far as my life goes, as opposed to this.
Coming up, Jungle Fever gets to Peter Andre.
So it's called insania, and like I said, it's because there's no such word in the dictionary.
Myleene shows us what she's made of. And our celebrities go all lovey on us.
I love Anthony Hopkins.
You know?
We've had the romance.
Nice, you love it.
We've had the rows.
I'm gonna fight so you're not!
But there is another thing that some of them just can't help doing. Not that. Singing their celebrity socks off.
I'll be by your side forevermore.
People start to realise that they might have to get some screen time. And this is when you see ridiculous things happen.
The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. They'll come to you. Oh,
The jungle can be a very inspiring place. So I suggest those of a nervous disposition look away now.
So it's called insania, and like I said, it's because there's no such word in the dictionary. It's a new word. I mean, it's a mixture of insanity and mania, so it's just some weird...
I'm going to listen.
It's a very simple melody, but... Take a look around at what technology has found. Is it what we need, or are we killing the seed? Dictated by the screen, no more following your dreams. The world's become a difficult place to be.
Yeah.
And then the chorus goes... Do 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 do. This is insania. Do 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 do. This is insania. Where are we going? Does anyone care? Hold on to real love. There's so much to... And the share is all harmonies.
The melody.
Yeah, I think it's really catchy.
My year, you had the rap.
Yo, Jason! 10 good reasons not to leave the show. 10 good reasons why I shouldn't go. I'm a celebrity!
Which the less said about, the better.
But there's plenty to be said about this one. Take it away, Jan Leeming.
And the living is easy. I had no idea that Jan was going to sing.
It was quite hard to really get the gist of what she was singing. But, you know, God bless her for getting up there and giving it a go.
Don't you cry.
It's just awful, man. I don't understand why people do it, but, you know, it works, doesn't it? It gets someone on the TV.
Me and Simon, we started writing this song. To be fair, I thought it was quite a good song.
To me, it doesn't matter because I'm all right. Because I'm dedicated. Oh man, I missed it.
David, he found out we was writing this song, got a little bit jealous.
Don't write any more songs, OK?
What about that one?
Do you know what? This is the first one I've really written.
Yeah, we don't want to know about it.
Little did we know that, out there, lurking in the jungle,
Biff Buff Boff. Yeah?
Was something more sinister.
Biff Buff Boff.
And terrifying.
Boff, 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 boff.
It was almost like a catchphrase. And I thought, Biff, Baff, Boff, Biff, Baff, Boff. That we could do something with that.
Biff, Baff, Boff, we're celebrities. Biff, Baff, Boff, we're on because we're on TV.
Let's take that second line of the chorus then and make it the third line, but have the second line about being down on your knees.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is be on TV and you can be a celebrity. And it was instantly there. I thought, this is perfect.
We're going through the jungle, here's the good among. Yeah. I go Biff, Baff, Boff, we're celebrities. Biff, Baff, Boff, we're celebrities.
Biff Baff Boff was horrendous, but they actually thought it was going to be Christmas #1. Brilliant.
I can't understand why they didn't bring it out as a single. I would have immediately played it because it's so funny.
We had high hopes, and do you know what? I think everybody else did as well, and I think that's what they were worried about. They thought they were going to come out of that jungle and Biff Baff Boff might be #1, and they'd never live it down.
They're deluded.
Yes.
My honest opinion of Biff Baff Boff, I thought it was a hit.
Don't worry though, if your singing doesn't make the grade, there are other ways to, how can I put it, enhance your celebrity status.
Every year you get a really sexy younger female who brings along a special little bikini for the old waterfall.
The all-time winner of the Bikini Babes is definitely Myleene Klass because she played it so well.
Yes, you can say, in hindsight, she knew what she was doing, but I genuinely feel that she was just going to the shower to have a wash.
I took your picture with one particular reason, and it's to
I was not looking at her.
Character. I like to sit and stare at you. Ain't nothing wrong with staring at you. Girl, don't get scared of the fact that I envision us getting married, and I ain't trying to rush now.
When you think of it, of course she knew what she was doing, and it worked out very well for her.
How unlucky am I? Instead of having Myleene Klass showering in a little skimpy white bikini, we got Brian Paddock, you know?
I saw nothing. Wait a minute, I saw his bum. I saw his backside, inadvertently, not on purpose.
I mean, it wasn't even just showering, it was pornographic.
I'm not an expert, but looked okay to me, appeared to be in working order. Anything else and any other dimension, I know nothing about. Nothing.
If you can't sing or haven't got a great body, there's something else you can try. Shameless name dropping.
With name dropping, it's awkward because part of you wants to know the story. Like, oh, that's a famous person's name. I know who that person is. I want to hear some more. But part of you's going, oh, stop it. Stop talking about people like that. Ugh.
We met Nelson Mandela on a beach in Mauritius. Out of the blue, he said, you know a friend of mine. And I looked at Colin, and Colin looked at me and he said, you know Charlie Dimmock. Now, Charlie Dimmock, for anybody who doesn't know, is a gardener on...
She had a calendar out,
She had a
didn't she?
calendar.
Sold
Yeah.
really well.
Never wore a bra. Yeah, she never wore a bra. And he was like, yeah, she came out with her programme and did my garden. And then he said, my garden is now looking great, but the house still looks pretty messy. You should come out and tackle our house. And I was like...
Next up, Paul Burrell and lucky Fran Cosgrove.
I can't believe over the years how much support I've had from Tom Hanks.
For what?
Just support, general support, being there. Nice people in the world like that.
Yeah.
He was an old friend of my ex-boss's.
That's what?
Did I tell you he rang me when he was making Castaway? It was 4 o'clock in the morning, the phone rang, and I thought, oh no. You know, you get a call early in the morning, you think accident, family, something's happened. It's bloody Tom Hanks on the phone, phoning from the set of Castaway. He was bored, he was going through his telephone book, and he decided to give me a ring to see how I was.
Very cool.
Isn't that cool?
No, it's not cool. This is cool. This is how the pros do it. Take note, Burrell.
Gina Lola Brigida.
No, she was at my wedding. Was she? She's one of the bridesmaids.
Liza Minnelli. It was a wonderful day. She rang me. She said, I want you to come and see the show tonight at the Albert Hall.
I love Anthony Hopkins. I had breakfast with him about a month ago, and I said, what will you have, Tony? He said, I'll have that lumpy oatmeal. I said, Jesus, you've turned into Hannibal Lecter.
The Doobie Brothers.
Princess Diana.
Elvis.
Michael McDonald.
Judi Dench, Donald Sindel.
Oh! You know, Sinatra used to do that.
This is a great Michael Jackson story.
I tell you what my friend Joan Collins has done.
You went out on a date with her, George, didn't you? With Marilyn, yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. Donald Trump said to me that night, he goes, I've never seen a kiss like that in my life.
We bumped into Tina Turner, who neither of us knew.
Al Pacino says he wants to take his dog to dinner. We got there, and the dog had a place setting.
Stevie Wonder was sitting next to us.
Roman Polanski jumped up and introduced me to about 25 people around a table.
Puffy's a really good friend. I like him a lot. You want me to speak to him? Would you like that?
Please, that'd be great.
Did I ever tell you the time that I had tea with the Queen?
Coming up, Uri uses his special powers.
I think that Michael is right now in touch with me. I know he's smiling.
Our celebrities get emotional.
Can't take it.
And we learn why there is nowhere on earth the celebrities would rather be. Idiots. I'm a Celebrity wouldn't be the same without one vital ingredient.
Can't take it anymore.
Sobbing Celebrities. Enjoy.
Well, you can cry me a river. Cry me a river. I cried a river over you.
Is it going to make good television just seeing Jan Leeming cry with beer?
Oh, no, Jan. We like to see all of you crying.
Cry me a river.
I'll be cool tomorrow. I'll be back to my usual obnoxious self.
The hardest thing by a million miles in the jungle is missing home. It's missing home because you don't get no word from anyone at home, you don't know how anyone's doing. And when you're in the jungle, it feels like a week, feels like a month in there, you know? So you feel like you've been away from them so long. That was one of the hardest things.
I love you, honey. Good night. Good night, Daddy.
Sophia.
Good night, Dad.
Zachary.
Good night, Dad.
Wyatt. And little Bella.
Hey, you're right, Daddy. We love you.
Now, you can't take that from me, can you?
I've never gone a day without speaking to my babies.
I just want to phone and wish happy birthday.
When you see that they're getting letters from home, you kind of think, why are they crying? It's only 3 weeks. But now that I've done it, now I've done the show, oh my God, I know how they feel.
Hi, Daddy. We think you're doing really well, so keep up the good work. When you've done the trial, we thought you was going to faint. It was very funny. We are all very proud of you. So be careful of the spiders and the snakes. We all love you so, so much.
I mean, I saw Jason Donovan physically crying, like bawling, proper bawling. And, you know, if I was a viewer at home watching it, I'd be saying, oh, you know, what's he doing? You know, big girls' blouse kind of thing. But being in that situation, there is nothing more rewarding than getting a letter from home saying, keep up the good work, you're doing a good job.
Dear Daddy, I miss you so much that I'm keeping a diary so that you do not miss anything I've done while you're in the jungle. I love you so much. Love, Gemma. 4 kisses.
You do see the vulnerability of everybody then, because I think up until that point, probably they're not thinking too much about home, but then suddenly it's forced upon them, you know, that their loved ones are thinking about them, are very proud of what they're doing, you know, go for it sort of thing, and it becomes very emotional.
Letter for David Guest dictated from friends, family in US. From Tito Jackson. Michael was watching you on TV in London recently and told me that man never changes, but I wish him all the best and would love to see him win the show, as he has come a long way in that jungle. Rather him than me. Ha 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 ha!
Do you know, God, we're really missing you. It's been so amazing seeing you every day, genuinely enjoying yourself and fitting into the jungle life so well. Lucci is loving the show and thinks if you become king, you'll become a prince. We love you more than anything else in the world. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
It hit me quite hard when I got my letter, because my letter was really sweet from my girlfriend at the time, you know, who is now my wife, and it was, you know, it was so nice to hear from her.
I've been utterly lost not having you around. Spending this much time away from you has only confirmed. It's only confirmed for me ever so.
It's only confirmed for me even more that I don't want to be without you again. I don't work without you.
I just wanted to know if she was all right, and it meant a lot getting that letter.
To get that message from home, it just recharged your battery. It was an amazing feeling, you know, and that is a good thing that the jungle brought to you. It made you appreciate the things at home so much.
Love you, my darling. Your mum in Australia. XXXX. P.S. Roast dinner waiting.
But for one lucky celebrity, missing loved ones wasn't a problem. He could use his psychic powers to communicate. Oh, Uri.
It's Michael Jackson's birthday today.
All right.
And we'll all wish him, send him telepathically happy birthday. We will draw here a symbol, put a towel on it, and then for about 11 minutes, we should sit in silence and beam
That's gonna be
the signal out.
And take a message to Michael, message to Michael.
I think that Michael is right now in touch with me. I know he's smiling. I think he feels me now. He knows that I'm out here.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure he was receiving you, but unfortunately you were transmitting your signals on the wrong day. It was Michael's birthday the next day. We've seen our celebrities through the good times and the bad, but one thing's for certain. They keep coming back for more.
It's the most wonderful thing I've ever done in my entire life. It was just a magical place.
Magical is a perfect word. It is magical. It was like some incredible set of a fantastic magical movie. I mean, it was really, really wonderful.
What a beautiful place the jungle is. What a beautiful place.
I miss the jungle every day. If a helicopter came here and took me away, I'd climb aboard. It was just a magical, magical moment in my life.
I loved every moment of it. I would not have missed it for the world, and I'd never do it again.
It was an amazing experience that I will remember forever.
From the bottom of my heart, it was the most amazing, magical thing I've ever done. And I wouldn't have changed anything for the world. The lows, the highs, I mean, I just want to do it again. Talking about it makes me want to do it again, you know?
Very nice. I swear to God, I got so excited.
Go for Johnny's! Johnny!
You got it!
It's like going on a crap holiday with 15 people you never want to see again.
Help!
Jungle, 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 jungle rock. A 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 knocked down beat and I had them in my feet. It was a jungle.